Hello everybody, today's video is how I personally went from an introvert to an extrovert. I used to be someone so scared of talking to other people that when they would come over to my house, I would hide under my bed. I would stay in my room for the entire time. If I was ever at families or friends, I would literally say 0 words for the entire time there. I was just completely shut off, shut down, kept to myself. And that's because of a lot of experiences and beliefs I had about the world at the time. Now, if we were to define an introvert, it's just a person who doesn't, whose social battery doesn't build up from talking to other people. It doesn't mean that they're shy or insecure about themselves, but a lot of those traits are still attributed to a person who is introverted. Whereas an extroverted person is no problem going out and talking to other people, making connections, putting themselves out there, and being a lot more vibrant, and they actually build up from that. This is technically who I am inside, but when I was much younger, people would say this because I was just so scared to express myself. And I believe that there's a lot of people in this world who are introverts, but there's a lot of things that they want to say. There's a lot of things that they want to express. They maybe have jokes that they want to say. They maybe have compliments that they want to give. They have things that they want to do, but because of fear of judgment, fear of looking silly, fear of failing, fear of being different, that they don't do them. And this is for me where even when I was introverted, yes, socially I was stifled, but in everything else I was stifled too, of just taking action. Whereas now, on my extroverted side, it's not that I have fun doing it, it's just I know I can. So I'm going to tell you how I went from introverted to this extroverted person. And it's not like I'm walking around all the time high-fiving everybody, but I have no problem doing that. And it's actually very fun to do that. And it's a very pleasurable thing to be in a giving energy state, to be in a state of mind in which you can give good positive energy outwards to other people, and they feel that, and they're happy, and they smile, and they laugh, and you bring up the people around you by allowing this goodness in yourself to show outwards. So if we talk about an introvert, the mindset I had when I was very to myself, very shy, were a lot of negative things. One of those things socially was, I'm not a person who talks. I'm not this person. And so I had an identity in which I'm not a person who talks. I'm not a person who is talkative. I'm not a person who goes out of his way to start conversations. I'm not a person who's good in conversations. I'm not a person who people usually like in conversations or want to talk to. I have all these things I thought. And again, everything in life is on a scale, and so I thought them, somewhere on a scale from a lot, I'm not good enough, to a little. So this would be like good enough for socializing, or good enough for other people, or good enough for this, or handsome enough, or good looking enough, or smart enough. Everything you can say, every thought or mindset you have is on a scale. And mine was like here. So I did not think I was a good person at socializing. I didn't think I was good at talking. I didn't think it was for me. I just thought I was supposed to be quiet and weird. And so what I was having right there is a giant attachment to my ego. Meaning, my ego is how I identify myself. What are these things that I say to myself? What are these things I believe to myself? And from those thoughts, I go about life, and this is how I operate. And so when I'm in a conversation with someone and it's going well, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a good conversation with this person, my ego is going to kick in. Or if I'm getting any positive feedback or good feedback from the other person, my ego is going to kick in and say, something is wrong here. Something is not matching up. We're changing. And the body's mechanism, when it begins to feel this change, when it begins to experience something different, is death. Meaning, when you get anxiety, when you get stifled, when you get this stuff, you are fearing death. That's why you get this feeling. That is why I had that feeling so heavily talking to anybody, is because my body physically wouldn't move. My body would shut down. And it's because of death. I was genuinely scared of, if I go talk to this person or I go express myself and I go be myself, I have fear of dying. I have fear of literally getting death. And this is rooted in reality. It's not just some random mindset I have. It's rooted in biology and how people operate. Because if you take this back to a primal time, when humans were in hunter and gatherer tribes, small groups of people, and you went up to someone and you expressed yourself, and maybe you did something a little over the top. Maybe you did something socially uncalibrated. Back in these times, there was a very high chance that you just got killed after that. Either you got beat to death, like you got physically hurt by some other person, or you got kicked out of the tribe. And if you got kicked out of the tribe and you were on your own in the savannah, alone in the wilderness as a human being, you're most likely going to die. And so our body gets this feeling of anxiety, of nervousness, of this tension in our body, because it's kicking in our flight or flight, and it's saying, hey, death is near. Death is somewhere around here. And in today's modern world, it's not like that. You can talk to anybody, make a complete fool of yourself, and they can't kill you. There's laws. You can't get kicked out of the tribe. There's a fucking supermarket down the store. You can be socially ridiculed, maybe out of your hometown, maybe out of your school, and that will feel very humiliating. That will feel like this. If you ever have this social abandonness, this social kind of like people are against you, it genuinely feels like you're it feels like you're dying, because it's this. Your body is feeling this. Oh my God, I'm gonna get kicked out. No one's gonna like me. No one's gonna love me, so I'm gonna die alone. I'm not gonna be able to reproduce, and I'm also going to be eaten by some fucking lions because I'm gonna have no one to help me. That in a very primal way is what your brain is thinking when you feel that rejection, when you feel that social outcasting, genuine death. Now, everything in life is on a scale, and so you will feel death maybe here, right? For me, I felt death so much, and so my body would like genuinely stop moving, stop thinking. My brain would shut down because it's like, just don't do this. It's gonna go wrong. And that's another mindset I had. It's going to go wrong. Now, all these mindsets I have are linked to my ego. And again, on a scale, I'm not this person. I'm not a person who's talkative. Ego. It's going to go wrong when I talk to people. It's going to go wrong. Ego. But it's also confidence. What? How is this confidence? Well, I'm confident it's going to go wrong. I'm confident I'm going to mess it up. And so I have conviction, but in the wrong way. I have conviction that I'm a failure. I have conviction that I'm not good at socializing. I have conviction that this just isn't for me. This isn't who I am. Another mindset of the ego. And because I'm confident in this, when things start going the other way, it doesn't compute. It doesn't feel right. And so my body and my mind will self-sabotage. It will do something that I'm not even almost conscious of, or that happens subconsciously, that will sabotage this interaction or social thing that's happening. A real life example of that is when I was in grade 12, a very pretty girl came up to me and started asking me about my summer. And I had talked to this girl in only one class before, where I was a lot more happy in that class, a lot more confident, a lot less anxious, just because it was a class where we got to talk about, it was just a class where I felt more comfortable because of the subject and the people in it. In every other class, I was so shy, timid, nervous, didn't speak at all. But in that one class where I was a bit more extroverted, confident, that girl came up to me and talked to me about it, and talked to me. And so at a very early age, not super early, but like, it's grade 11, so it wasn't super early, but at that point in my life, I made a connection. When I'm happy, when I'm confident, when I love and I'm love life and I'm having fun and I'm being playful, and I'm not always stuck in my head, people like me. And they want to come up and they want to talk to me, and that had never ever happened to me before, let alone a very attractive girl, this blonde, blue eyes, tall, prettiest girl in the school. I was like, oh my god, you're coming up and talking to me? Because I was just happy and confident before? Why can't I be like that all the time? It's because I just didn't have that mindset. It's just, that's not who I thought I was. I didn't think I was a happy, confident person who should be talking to a pretty girl. That's not me. I'm a loser. And I'm confident in that. And so when she was talking to me, I self-sabotaged. I started mumbling and getting really negative and literally forcing her away. I was like, in my subcommunication, I was literally saying, don't talk to me. I don't deserve you. She's like, oh, hey, how are you doing? How was your summer? Oh, no, oh my god, my fucking summer's whatever. It's like, I have to do this fucking stupid school thing. I'm fucking mumbling. I'm not even looking at her. I'm not even engaging. It was just so horrible. Self-sabotage. My ego was saying, this isn't you. You're a loser. And then she left because she was like, okay, this guy's socially weird. And I thought to myself, damn, I messed it up. I messed it up. Why can't I just be open and talk freely and be happy and be playful and look at her and be confident in myself? Why can't I do all these things? It's because I didn't believe that's who I was. And so I had a deep mindset of, it's going to go wrong. Every conversation I have, every interaction, something is going to go wrong. I'm just not a likable person. And these mindsets came from somewhere else. I'm not this person, something's going wrong. These mindsets came from somewhere else. These mindsets came from my childhood. And if you have anything similar, all your mindsets come from your childhood, because that's where you're developing. There's one time in my life where I saw this ad, and it was like, hey, it was like two guys, and one of the people was like, hey Steve, you gotta stop coming over to my house for so long. You have to be like, you come over for like an hour and leave. I have other stuff to do after. Could you just like leave after? And the other guy was like, oh yeah, why didn't you bring this up earlier? I definitely could do that. Of course. But and when I watched that, I was like, what the fuck? Is that how people talk? It's just that agreeable and they're understanding? In my childhood, if I were ever to bring up, hey, you're making me feel this type of way and it's kind of hurting me, what I would instantly respect is pushback, is yelling, is hateful comments towards myself, is retaliation, is a lashing back out on myself, simply for expressing my wants and needs. And because that happened in my childhood, the mindsets I had was, oh, that's just normal. Normal. I normalized it. Oops. The reason why you don't feel comfortable talking to other people, being louder and expressive and being your full self, is because it doesn't feel normal to you. It feels weird and different. And your brain does not want to be weird and different. Your brain just wants to be the same because it lives in the same. If you go different, death may be. If you go different, death may be. You may be beat. You may be killed. You may be kicked out. If you're different, if you're gonna do something different, you have the potential of dying, basically, is what your brain and body are telling you. However, that's wrong. You don't. We live in a different society today where you can be expressive and free and people love you for it. And if they don't, it doesn't matter. There's 100 other billion people in the fucking world you can talk to. And so what it was a normalizing of these thoughts. It was normal that it's not gonna go well in a conversation. It's normal that I'm just not that person who's talkative. It's normal that I'm alone and quiet and don't say the things I want to say. That's normal. And it's normal because of the things in my childhood, and there's a whole bunch of other things that happened too that led to a whole bunch of other infinite mindsets. But this is where the root cause is. Your childhood, and now you link it to normal things. And so you're like, oh, I just am this person. And you develop this ego. And when things go against that ego, you self-sabotage, you ruin it for yourself. And what you need to be able to do is have someone to guide you and give you the right mindsets. Because I thought my mindsets were right. I thought they were right because that's all I had experienced. I thought they were right because they were so normal. If you lived with your socks, and you put your socks on, it doesn't, like, you don't look at that and think, oh my God, is my left sock on my left foot? Is my right sock on my right foot? Like, that doesn't make sense. You just put your socks on because that's just how it is. You don't think twice about it. I am just like that. I didn't question my mindsets because it was just like that. And so I needed to know what the right mindsets were because I had wrong mindsets about the world. And then I needed to practice them. And so one way I would practice is when someone said something funny and I wanted to laugh, usually what would happen is my mindsets would go in place and say, I'm not a person who laughs loud. I'm not good enough. People don't like me. I'm not a person who's expressive. I'm all these negative things. And then I would hold back my laugh. It'd be like that. The mindset I needed to change was, it's good to be expressive. People want you to be expressive. When you show that you are expressive, it shows that you're comfortable with yourself. You're confident with yourself. You're authentic to who you are. Me going, is not authentic. I want to laugh loud. I just can't because of all insecurities and bad mindsets I have. And so what I would do is genuinely make the conscious effort to practice. When I found something funny, I would laugh without, I wouldn't force a louder laugh, but I would just laugh without caring what other people think. So to tell a joke or I hear something funny, I would smile. I would have my face light up. I would smile with my eyes. I would allow all the good energy I was feeling to take over my body. And before, I would feel that energy, push it down. I would feel that energy, push it down. But now I felt that energy and I let it take over my body and I brought it out to the world. And that energy was positive, it was happy, it was good. If someone told a joke and then the person reacted and said, what a stupid fucking joke, they're still expressing to the world. They're still doing the exact same I'm doing, but what they felt inside was different. They felt negativity. They felt this and that. And when you hear someone always being negative and mean and sad and on the bad side of the bed, it's like, ugh, come on, give me a break, man. Get some good energy going. Always complaining, always doing this. It's like, come on, man. And so what is happening is that they have a mindset and then they enact that with their body language. So my mindset was, oh, this joke is funny. I find it funny. I want to laugh. I want to do that. And I had other mindsets where it was like, I'm not good enough. I'm not that person. And then what happened in my body language is determined how I'm practicing. So I could either have that feeling, not do it. My body language would be stifled. I hadn't practiced. I would actually reinforce the normalcy of I'm not a person who expresses themselves. Then I would get the mindset of, oh my God, okay, I am good enough. I am allowed to laugh. I am allowed to be expressive. I am allowed to do this stuff. And people actually like it too. People like it when I'm authentic myself and I'm just letting that out to the world without caring. Okay, right mindset, now practice it. Then I would let go of all attachment to other people. I would not look for reactions. I would do it simply because I wanted to, simply because out of self-amusement, out of my own feelings, and I would laugh louder than I ever had in front of other people. This is a small thing I'd never done before, laugh loud in front of other people. But that was just a small little thing that helped me practice the right mindsets. That helped me destroy this thing of, it's normal for me not to laugh. It's normal for me not to express myself. It's normal for me not to be this person who I want to be. I destroyed that. And what I did was laugh loud, laugh with my chest, smile, let all that good energy out. And if someone told me, shut the fuck up, I laughed super light, amazing, positive. And someone told me, shut the fuck up. Don't fucking laugh like that. You're a bitch. What would that do? Well, that would be feedback. Now, are most people going to tell you that? To tell you to shut the fuck up? Stop laughing. You're being a bitch. You're being this, you're being that, because you're just laughing and having fun? No. But some people do. And if you're growing up and you have moments in time where you're expressing yourself and someone else says to you, shut the fuck up, you're like, oh shit, I can't be myself. Oh shit, this person doesn't like me. I can't be myself. And then you lose part of yourself. And so what you need to do is practice bringing out that whole inside of you, that whole self inside of you, bring that out. And then the feedback. If a person, which they shouldn't, especially if you're growing older and there's, people actually are smart, they're not going to tell you shut the fuck up. They're not going to tell you this unless you're being socially incompetent. They're usually going to be like laughing with you. They're usually going to have a smile from how much you're smiling and laughing. And then from that feedback, you think to yourself, oh, wait a minute, they're laughing because I'm laughing. They're having a good time because I'm having a good time. It's actually good for me to have a good time. It's actually good for me to be positive and to express what I'm feeling. It actually is good. Awesome. Now you feel more comfortable with that side of you. Your ego has changed now because your mind shifts have changed, and you're not normalizing being weird. And if you do it over time enough, what actually happens is that you start normalizing being this loud, not like fucking yelling, but being like a person who can speak properly, who can laugh and express themselves, and that's the normal. That's the standard now. And so when someone tells me a joke, and I think to myself, oh my god, I feel kind of stifled. Should I hold back my laugh? I have the mindset, I have the past knowledge, and I have the practice of, no. I should just laugh. I should just express what I'm feeling. I should not hold back. And then I do that. Because I've had the practice. I've had the reference experiences of, oh, the last 7 times I did this, it was good and I didn't die. I could still do this again. And every time you do that, your ego changes a little bit. You get more normal with the expression that you're feeling. You get more confident with it. And now your confidence is not, I'm a fucking loser. Your confidence is, when I laugh and I'm having a good time, people usually have a good time. People usually have a good time with me. I'm pretty fun. I'm pretty cool, it seems. Okay, I'm confident in that. I have the evidence to back it up. Yeah, awesome. I like myself now. I can be expressive and talk to others and say what I want to say without holding back. And people are receptive and positive for that feedback. Okay, this is awesome. And that's genuinely how you change your mind shift. That's how I did it. You change your mindsets. You enact that with your body language. People are then going to give feedback to you, and they give feedback with their body language and their energy, and that will switch your mindset. So let me give you a negative example. When I was in grade 1, there's a group of my friends that were huddled up, and I wanted to go over and say, yo, what's up, guys? Be very happy, expressive, myself, and I felt a little bit of anxiety going up and doing it, but not a whole bunch. So I went up and I did it to all my friends. I was like, hey, what's up, guys? And one of my friends, not my fucking friend, but obviously, but one of the people in that group said, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No one likes you. I remember it to this day. It was in grade 4. I remember it to this exact day. And he said, shut the fuck up. No one likes you. Now that person is probably was hurting inside, who's probably had their own bad mindsets about the world, because who says that to another person who's just trying to greet their friends, who's being positive, who's greeting, being happy? Who says that? And so he was probably suffering with his own problems, but again, that's not on me. But I still took the repercussions from what happened. And so my mindset was, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to express that positively, these are my friends, they like me. I expressed that with my body language. Hey, what's up, guys? Put my arms around them, jumped on top. Hey, what's up, guys? And then the feedback I got was, shut the fuck up, no one likes you. my mindset then shifted. Oh, my friends don't like me. Oh, people are mean to me. Oh, I should shut the fuck up. Oh, people don't like me. That came out in my body language next time. Next time, you think I'm going to go up and say the same thing? No, I'm going to be like, hey, what's up, guys? Please don't tell me to shut the fuck up and you don't like me. And then I've lost a part of myself. If you ever do get bad feedback from you being yourself, being positive, and people are negative to that, that is something that you have to ignore. Ignore the bad feedback when you are being yourself and positive. Like to that guy who said, shut the fuck up, no one likes you. What I should have done was, you shut the fuck up, kid. Now, I was in grade 4, so I wouldn't say that. And I also didn't have a backbone. I was, low self-esteem and all that stuff. But I should have just completely ignored it. I should have been like, man, you're having a bad day, aren't you? And just continue to be in the group like I was there, because no one should tell you that, right? And my body language would have been different. Instead of me leaving sad and feeling like I didn't belong there, I could have said to the guy, I could have empathized, man, you're having a bad day, aren't you? And not even let his words affect me, but throw it back onto him. Like, you must be really in a bad state to say something like that. I feel sorry for you, man. Anyways, what's up, my friends? And just completely ignored him. That would have been the confident thing to do. That would have been the right thing to do. That would have been the person with the right healthy mindsets would have done. Not let that stupid fucking person and their words affect them so badly. And so I had to go, and this was happening at school. This was happening at my house. This is at home. Almost in every aspect of my life. And so it kept building and building into a point where I felt so scared saying anything about myself. People would ask me, what program are you taking for school? I'd be so scared. People are asking me, how's your, you play any sports? I'd be so scared. People are asking me, how was this? How was your game? I'd be so scared. I'd be so scared to talk about everything because I just didn't think I was a good person. I always thought I'd be judged, always had these bad beliefs about myself. And I had to go out, make the conscious effort to instill the right mindsets, and then practice them. Have courage to, I'm feeling super anxious, I'm feeling super nervous, but I know if I go up to this person and I say hello with good energy, being myself, and I just be authentic and I say it, that is good practice. Even if they don't respond amazingly, it's just me doing it and understanding, hey, I won't die. And so there's a difference between going up to someone saying, hey, how are you? That's nervous. That's holding yourself back, even in the slightest bit. It's in my throat. I can feel the tension in my body. I'm not relating to this person on a human level. It should be way more relaxed. Relax, not tension. This person is another human being. I love this person. Just brother to sister, brother to brother. We're all humans. And then I say, hey. that sounds like but like it's just more relaxed, it's more calm, and I'm not feeling that super anxiousness. Hey, how are you? Instead of this, hey, how are you? It's like, yeah, you can feel that nervousness, you can feel the tension in my body language, you'll be able to see it, versus this, hey, how are you? So much more relaxed, so much more smooth. And those slight differences are what other people see on you. They see that slight tension, hesitation, nervousness, and maybe they can't derive the mindsets that you have, but they derive to what they derive is, this person doesn't get treated the best. This person obviously has some troubles about themselves, which is fine. But if that's how you operate in every aspect of your life, I don't believe that's fine. I believe that is going to be harmful. So with that, boys and girls, that has been this video on how I went from introverted to extroverted. I practiced the right mindsets. They became normalized in me that talking to other people is awesome and it's fun and it's cool and it's not weird and people actually like it and I'm a cool guy, so people would love talking to me. And all these mindsets are now the normal. Instead of I'm not even good enough to be a person, it's I'm a cool person, people would like to talk to me. That's the right mindset. So with that, if you want any more help, you can book a call for my one-on-one coaching, where I personally help you with my 45, where I personally help you with my 4 Pillars of Attraction program, This is for it's much more expensive program, so but it really does help. So that isn't for like just the regular person. This is for someone who really wants to change and needs a little bit of guidance with that. So with that, boys, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Peace out. Bye. Love you.